welcome to this Zoom, the way we do cool donations, I guess, these days with the COVID pandemic. But joining us here, right below me, is Elizabeth Galvan, who we did a feature on this past November. Absolutely inspirational human being. We'll hear about Elizabeth's story in just a bit. We also have Dixie Duncan, her interpreter over there, wherever I'm pointing, right over there, down there. And so she'll be interpreting for Elizabeth, and Adair Gromish with Hope Inc. Bill and Adair have ran Hope Inc. since the beginning in 2005, and we're happy to have all of you guys on.
Thank you.
First off, some background on Elizabeth's story. Elizabeth lost her hearing at 3 years old, and that same year she lost half of her arm in an old-fashioned ringer washer because of parent neglect. Usher's syndrome has also led to her vision deteriorating more and more each year. She's had serious back surgery after being T-boned in a car accident. That's the list of the adversity, but the accomplishments are the real story for Elizabeth. She's a proud mom of a recent high school grad. She's done some motivational speaking. She's an award-winning bodybuilder and just an all-around rock star. Anyway, the story put together by myself and Josh Muntz for Midco Sports Magazine generated more than 2 million views in a span of about 4 months. And that's the most viewed feature that we've ever produced. Over 2 million views for Elizabeth's story. Elizabeth, has that number surprised you, that your story has gotten viewed 2 million times and all the people that you've impacted? Kind of speak to that a little bit.
Just, the story, how it's just really gone viral has really, touched my heart. Just that, I can get that story out there for so many people that don't think that they can accomplish much. They really can. And that it's not that they can't, it's that they can, and that we can show them that we have the ability to do so much. And you can accomplish. I mean, like accomplishing in bodybuilding, even though I'm losing my sight, I'm down to one arm, all those adversities, all those things that we can do, focus on what we can do as opposed to what we can't do, and just to be able to show it to so many. I just believe that they all know now that they will go out and try because they can do it, and it just, provides them that inspiration. It shows that faith that if somebody like myself with my multiple disabilities can also do this, that they can too, that they have that right and go out there and accomplish those things. So it's just been really touching to me, and the adversities that I've faced, that I'm seeing some positive progress coming from it.
And Midco realizes the impact that your story has made too, and recognizes that. So what Midco wanted to do was make a donation on your behalf, and you kind of alluded to it a little bit, and obviously we have Adair on from Hope Inc. Elizabeth chose Hope Inc., which is a local nonprofit based in Moorhead, Minnesota here, established, as I mentioned, in 2005 by Adair and her husband, Bill. The organization provides family-friendly sporting and recreational opportunities critical to the health and development of children and adults. So an awesome cause. So Elizabeth, tell us why this particular organization seemed like a good fit for you to donate to.
I wanted to give to a charity that also provides for children. It gives these children these opportunities to have something to look forward to as they go into adulthood and then continue into adulthood. And we see that all over. And that's why I picked Hope Inc., just because I think they provide more opportunities in so many different fashions. They build that bond between families with each other. They bring up a whole nother level. They provide that physical activity, as well as providing opportunities for adults. So they have access to other things that are out there that they may not have even known about. The interpreter, Dixie, her daughter, has been involved in Hope, her daughter, Bryn Duncan. And I saw her in some of these activities. And that's where, when I saw her part of the USA women's hockey team, and she first played on the Hope Inc. hockey team, some of that really inspired me. And that's where I first heard and saw about the organization. And that's when you asked about a donation, the first thought that came to my mind was Hope Inc. And that, you know, Bryn is not allowed to let barriers stop her. And I just feel that's a donation that I think links us together, because I'm linked not only through Bryn Duncan, but through her mom as an interpreter, as well as our disabilities that we both experience in multiple ways. And so it's just a very rich experience, you know, so it helps develop a lot of that.
Adair, let's wait no longer. Let's get the big check out. Let's see what this thing looks like. On behalf of Midco, donating $1,000 on behalf of Elizabeth Galvan. So awesome to see that big check, and awesome to see it go to such a great cause and a great organization. Adair, what does it mean to you that Elizabeth selected Hope Inc. to donate this money?
Well, we're extremely blessed. We're so humbled. I think you're incredibly resilient. Adversity sometimes make you bitter and not want to go forward. You just stepped on it and trounced it down and said, I'm going to go the other direction. And I'm so blessed that I saw your story. I think you're remarkable. This month is going to do great things. And you know that. You've seen firsthand on the videos and stuff. I really would love for you to come play softball with us. We play on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. Hook up with Dixie and she can get information to you so you can see. Our world is very rich. It's different, just like yours, that you have to communicate differently and we have to play sports differently. So it's kind of a kindred spirit that way, but it can be a good life. It's just a different life. And I think people need to realize that. And the fact that, like you had said, we are a family.
It just makes my heart beat. Seeing you hold that check up it just warms my heart. I'm so happy for your organization. I'm so thrilled that you know, I'm blessed. I am returned and blessed. I'm happy to see that kids will be able to enjoy these sports and participate competitively. You know, it puts the biggest smile on my face, and I'm hoping to see the smile on their faces, you know, because I just know that they will be just as blessed. That's so important, you know.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, Adair, for all that you've done for this community and what Hope Inc. has done for so many in this community, in this region. Really appreciate what you guys do. Dixie, really appreciate what you do. Obviously, this is a special little partnership to be interpreting, and also an organization that you're very familiar with. So Dixie, thanks for being on. And Elizabeth, thank you for coming on and sharing your story, a story that, again, has inspired so many, over 2 million views, and I think 17,000 shares from our Facebook page on Midco Sports Network. So appreciate everything that you did, and it's awesome to be able to make this donation to a great cause.
Thank you very much.